All right, boys, here we are. Episode 6, Bargain Boys,
I can't believe it's been six
sponsored
episodes.
by Janji. Uh, their fall 2025 line drops today, so go check that out. And yeah, it looks sick. I got a little look at it. Looks like some good stuff, some new patterns. Very, very cool. So I don't know if you guys have checked it out yet or not.
I looked at it last night. It does look pretty sick. I'm like, I was picking stuff out in my head to grab today, so I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me. I got to go do that right after this.
You have to
Anytime Jack can spend money, he's going to do it.
It's a disease. I don't
So
gamble
this is
though.
our first
so-
time being virtual. We're not at Billy Pond. A little sad, but we did have some big plans for today. We were going to connect with Dan, who's over in Chamonix, and he is under the weather, so he was not able to make it, but we wanted to forge ahead as ultra runners do and go ahead and talk shop and get this episode out to the world.
Oh yeah, we're talking shop today. We're talking
I mean,
some real shop.
that's the lingo, right? That's what they say. Talk shop.
I think so. I'm the youngest here, and I think that's what they're saying these days.
I'm just
I
sad
think
we
that's what
don't
they're
have.
saying.
I'm just sad we don't have the slushies anymore, but that's okay.
I know.
Yeah.
It's really a shame. I should have made an icy trip before this
Yeah.
just so I could have one. But, it is what it is. We'll have one next time. Soon it's going to be too cold for them, though. And that's going to be really a shame.
Then we can just shift to like hot chocolate.
Maybe just a warm Coke for me.
I don't know about that one.
A little boiled Coke.
Logan, did you get Lena off to preschool? How's that, or kindergarten? How's
She's
that going?
kindergarten.
It is, yeah, day 2, so still figuring out the morning routine, but it sounds like most of the way out the door, so should be heading there pretty soon. But yeah, it's been good. It's definitely going to be a whole new routine for both Cammy and I, and just what our mornings look like, but we're excited for it.
Yeah, man, it's tough for
Getting
sure.
attacked over here.
So
So
Logan,
this is
where
Jack.
does
This is
Walt go?
Mingus's last day in the Pennington household, right?
It is severely allergic to him, but he's a good man. Thank you, Derek Steele. Bringing
It's
this
that
man into
West
my
End.
life.
It's the West End cats, man. They're just built different.
The Weston Cats? Oh, West End Cats. Ah, he is built different. He's crazy. Wild man. He's been attacking me this whole time. We've only been going for like 2 minutes. But, yeah, he'll be going to a loving home.
Heck yeah. Well, it's been a couple weeks really since we got an episode out. How's everybody feeling? I mean, I know we've been training together, but kind of to update the fans, I guess we call them fans. How's everybody feeling? Where are you at mentally, physically? What's coming up? What's just the update?
Caleb, you want to start?
Sure. Yeah. So the training's been going really well. This is my, let's see, I guess this will be the 4th 100-mile plus week I've had, if I can do it. So good little block going. Been hitting the workouts pretty well too. Like it's been a lot of high quality stuff, with our weekly track workouts on Thursday mornings. So it's been great. It's been nice to kind of do a lot more turnover stuff I haven't done since college. Because
Just climbed up.
But yeah, and then like I was able to throw in a lot of good stuff at cross country camp a couple weeks ago. We had a 5-mile race that me and Jack did. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, a lot of good quality in this block as well. And I'm be transitioning a little to more tempo type stuff here soon, and then a little more steady state stuff and longer big weekends coming up. So, and that's actually kind of started this weekend because we have a big weekend. With Butch coming down, we're going to run some Meeks trails on Saturday, and then we have a big New River Gorge trip where we're going to do 30 miles on Sunday. So hopefully get the about 45, 50 miles this weekend in 2 days. So training's been going well. Gearing up for the Hurricane 100K and ultimately Javelina 100. So stacking weeks. That's what it's all about right now. Stacking weeks, and hopefully don't go too crazy with cross country season in the middle of that. But should be a lot of fun.
Heck yeah, man. We did have a great weekend. We have a big weekend coming up, so we'll talk more about all of that. But Jack, where are you at, buddy? I know things have been a little bit different for you. You've been training a little different, faster, turning into an absolute just stud all of a sudden. So,
I don't know about that. I mean, I've been sort of on my rest and relaxation block this summer, the post Cocodona rest block, and I'm gonna have to claw to get out of it. I'm gonna have to claw to get out of this thing, especially in the heat, because the heat's wearing on me, man. This humidity. But we've been running a little bit less miles, but like I said, the speed work's been really good. Been loving the track workouts, and that 5 mile me and Caleb did was really cool. Was able to keep a pretty good pace for those 5 miles. So, my main race right now I'm preparing for is the Saddles 100 in October. It's October 4th. So I need to peak a little bit for that. I'll probably bump it up to 70 or 80 miles, like peak week, and then drop it back down into that. So that's kind of what's going on. After that, I'd like to keep doing a little speed work, but also as it gets cooler, ramp up the mileage again, and then as the new year comes around, lock in for the slow training again for the Monster 300. So that's kind of what's going on with me. The rest block has been nice. I've definitely needed it, but it's time to lock back in.
what's crazy is your rest block. You've set PRs in every distance from, I think, like the 400 meter to the 5 mile. I mean, you set your mile PR, your 5K PR, your 5 mile PR. It's nuts, man. It's been fun to watch, but I'm tired of getting my ass kicked. That's for sure.
Don't worry, we're slow. We're going to go real slow, real soon.
My favorite Jack story of the last couple of months was we showed up for the first day of a track workout, and Derek and I were doing 400 meter repeats, and Jack was like, "Yeah, that sounds great." And we show up to the track, and he says, "How long's 400 meters?"
I had no idea. I'd never really been on a track before.
So
Didn't
I
cross
got a
country.
kick out of that.
Oh yeah, I had no clue. I was like, so this is where you start? This is where you stop?
How many
It's
different
kinda
track
ridiculous.
workout shoes do you have in the quiver now?
2. I've got my Streak Flies, which I got off eBay, and the Alpha Flies. Oh, I have something to mention though in terms of quiver. Your boy Scott Jurek on Instagram put quiver in a meme. The word quiver.
Dude, it's the move.
So I think he's been watching potentially. I haven't heard anyone else say that.
I don't know, man. I think quiver's been around for a while.
No, I don't think so.
Not
I mean,
in the
the-
running world.
I don't think it's been in the running world. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it has, but I haven't heard it in the running world before. I got really
Maybe-
excited.
Maybe Jack is your boy Scott Jurek.
Oh,
No one's ever seen me and him in the same room before. That's all I'll say. But yeah, the Streak Flies. I've actually been liking the Streak Flies more than the Alpha Flies. They're just lighter. They still got some spring to them because they've got that what is it? The Zoom foam or Caleb knows. He's all about that stuff.
I'm all about the Nike world.
He's all about the Nike world. He's the only one. The only one in
And
the Nike
you.
world. Well, I suppose, yeah, a little bit. Those are the only 2 Nike shoes that like fit me good though. Most of them, all their trainers, like the Pegasus and the Invincible, don't feel good to me. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, we've been getting good speed work in. I'm also going to run the Cabin Fever 50K, like you, Ryan. You have to run it again.
I don't know, man. We'll see. We still have a lot of months before that, so we'll see what happens in between.
If you don't run it, then it's just more chance for me to win.
That's the only race that's the only ultra I've ever won, and probably the only one I ever will. And if anybody else on this screen right now runs it, I have no shot at winning. So I appreciate you guys
Caleb,
giving me the
Logan.
1 year of glory. It made me feel good, built my confidence. I needed that in my life at the time, so thank you.
You guys can't run it. You guys can't run it.
There's
I
no
need a
chance.
fighting chance.
There's no chance I'd beat Ryan this year if I had laced up. He was in peak form.
How you
So
feeling, Logan? How are you feeling?
yeah, it's been a little bit of a roller coaster. I had surgery in December of last year. Had a nerve removed in my foot. Had a pretty severe Morton's neuroma, and came back pretty quickly. I was running by probably the second week of January. It wasn't pretty, but I felt like it was manageable. And so since then, I think I've kind of been in the spin cycle of, my foot will flare up, whatever it is, scar tissue, inflammation in that area near the ball of my foot. And then it'll, I'll take the foot off the gas a little bit, and then I'm able to get back into a good rhythm. So I've kind of been in that spin cycle right now. Been on the downward swing, unfortunately, for about a month, but it's kind of came at a good time. I've traveled for work quite a bit over the last 5 weeks, and so it's been, you know, less miles over the past few weeks has been probably good. Spent more time with the family, and have been able to hopefully recover a little bit before we bump up into a hopefully pretty big rim to river block. It's kind of got to get started this week, so I'm excited for it. It'll be my first 100-miler in October, and so building up to that, it's going to be. I'm not quite sure what it's going to look like. I'm on the wait list for Baby Barkley in the end of September, so that's kind of just. I have no idea what to expect or if I'll even get in. I've been on the wait list since like the week that it opened, so we'll see. But otherwise, I have to get a big effort in, something beyond where I've been. I just don't know what that's going to look like. Hurricane 100K is obviously first weekend in September. I'd love to be part of that race. I just got to see how my foot responds over the next few weeks, and but regardless, I'll be there in some capacity, whether it's in the relay or the full. So that's kind of where I've been, kind of a little bit of a lull, but we're still getting in miles despite it, and we'll see. Got to be fit come the end of October.
The one thing I've learned about Logan, I think we've all learned about Logan, is when he says he's not fit, he's still going to drop you, and he's going to continue to push the pace. And Logan's unfit is still everybody else's fit. So I don't take anything you said seriously. If anything, somehow you just come back stronger every single time. And that's exactly what's going to continue to happen. So,
Ooh,
Yeah, if you
I
got
wish.
Logan on the run in the morning, you're getting cooked. It's just simple as that. Not that he just doesn't have mercy. It'll
No
be
mercy.
5:15 a.m. He's flying out 7 flat, 6:30.
I know, I keep saying I'm going to start this rivalry and start talking shit about beating Logan at Rim to River. But then I'm like, also that would make me look like a total idiot because he's going to cook everybody. And so I might hold off on that. I still might start some shit, but I'll make sure I'm ready to rock and roll, or he's completely disabled before I do it.
You plan out your beef. You don't start any beef on a whim. You've got spreadsheets.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you absolutely should. I am in completely uncharted territory after 41 miles, so it could be disastrous. So,
Well, I'm hoping too that if I start talking shit, it'll be a motivator to you, and then because I have no shot at winning at all, and I know that. But if it's Logan, could have that little voice in the back of his head, oh, I'm gonna show Ryan, I'm gonna show him what's up. Maybe it's valuable. I don't know.
Right,
Hey,
I think you have a good shot.
I think you have a good shot. I think you're doubting yourself too much. You're definitely a stud 100-miler. There is going to be some other, pretty stout competition there beyond who's in this on this pod, but we'll see. I think we both have a shot if we show up on race day in pretty good form, not injured.
Not injured. That's the key for sure. Absolutely.
You should hop in, Caleb.
Be a little tough.
Throw a wrench in there.
Throw a wrench in there.
Javelina. So this is another one of those where Dan won't be there, Caleb won't be there. Like if you're ever gonna do it, this is the time to do it.
Yeah,
Your
we got to
Dan
sneak.
comes back.
We've got to sneak into Rim to River before they have the comeback, the West Virginia comeback scene tour. So we've got to get all those races in before that.
I would like to do it next year if I can get in through the lottery, but
I want to do it next year too. I'll sign up with you.
so that's the comeback year.
Not that I'll see you any time of the race, but
Oh,
I'll sign up. I might see you on the way back.
2026, Jack versus Caleb. I don't know, Jack. By then, dude, you might. Who knows?
his progression's been insane, so he
That's what I'm
probably
saying.
will be running like 13 hours or something.
No, there's no way. Maybe I definitely run it faster than I did before. Easily.
Easily.
I think I could crawl and get it done maybe a little bit faster. So, but we'll see. I do want to do it again. I would have done it this year, but there was too many of the boys going out that needed help. We're going to be crewing Alex Odell, and along with, well, you know, Ryan, but our buddy Alex Odell's running it, so we're going to crew him, and then I'm going to hopefully pace Ryan from, 50 to something?
Well, they changed it now, man. So now you can't swap pacers at Fayette Station. So I think you would have to take me from 52 all the way to what's now going to be Bike Farm Aid, which I guess is like 62 or something like that. So still, it's not far, but yeah, a little further than it was going to be.
I see. That's not good. But I'd still be down, because I mean, it'd be moving a little bit slower for Alex, so I think I can survive, hopefully.
Yeah.
But we'll
That'll
see.
be good.
It's up to you. I don't know who else is wanting to pace you.
I don't know. Anybody listening? I need crew. I need pacers. Let's build the
You need
ultimate
crew?
A team to go kick Logan's ass.
Yep.
My crew quiver is also in shambles. If we can say it that way. So we'll see. I've got a lot of strong possibilities, but nothing locked in. So we've got to get that on lockdown for sure.
Who's your strongest, like possibility right now? Who's your champion? Victory.
I haven't figured out quite pacers yet, but at least crew. My brother is a maybe to come down, which would be great. My brother, and then my brother-in-law Eli, which Eli would be a great addition, maybe crew chief type role. So those are two strong possibilities, but pacing is kind of up in the air. So we'll see. Maybe if Dan's around, we'll get some miles with him. But I don't know what schedules are going to look like yet, so we'll see.
That's true. He's planned on being down there. He's wanting to be. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Ryan, what about you? Where are you at? What's up on the horizon?
Who's that? Me?
Yep.
Well, training's been a little bit different than usual. Volume's a little bit lower than probably where it needs to be, but I think the variety and quality of what we've been doing has been really beneficial. I really jacked the volume up for Tahoe. That didn't go well, so I didn't really need to recover, and just kind of carried all of that right into this training block. And again, just with everybody kind of shifting into track workouts, and just I think we were all just kind of looking for something different after the long winter and spring of 200 plus mile training. I hadn't been on a track in like 10 years, and now we're out there doing 400 repeats and mile PRs and all that, which has been really fun. So last week was awesome because I did just kind of a 10-mile easy day on Monday, and then I met Jack for an early morning Forest Hill repeat session, which we didn't kill ourselves, but it was still good, solid effort. And then Wednesday I just did an easy road run, took Thursday off, and then Friday Jack took me to the workshop on the track. We did 12 by 400. Each set was a cut down, so we started at I think 80, and then we cut down to 73 for the last set of 3. which was or set of 4, which was really nice, and I was cooked after that. So worked with him, and then Saturday was great. You know, we did the 20 miler at Hurricane 100K, so 2 loops of that course, and then we got smoked on Isaac's Classic Cooper's Ridge repeat session, so 15 miles, 5,000 feet of vert. So, you know, the way that week was structured just gave me a little bit of everything, and I feel like I've had several weeks like that. So volume's not real high, but the quality has been there for sure, and we have a great week coming up. We'll talk a little bit about what we have planned for Sunday, but this will be the last big week before I start to kind of taper back down for Wasatch, which is the first weekend in September, and I'm super excited for that race. I'm using it as more of an exploratory mission. You know, I've never had success at altitude ever. So, you know, this is something I could talk about a little bit later too, but just taking a lot of data and utilizing AI and getting maybe some answers to my questions on why I haven't had success. So we'll kind of see how that plays out. But Wasatch is really going to be I'm going to go into it as a long training day to continue to build into Rim to River in October when I take down Logan. So looking forward to that.
Here we go. We're back. It's happening.
Hey, you are racing into a stout Rim to River block too, so I'm telling you, you're going to be just as qualified to win that race.
Yeah, we'll see. So what I did, you know, Wasatch is at altitude. I suck at altitude. I always have stomach issues, GI issues. So I sit with Isaac Wade, who's very analytical, engineer. You know, anytime you can have him as a crew chief, you're going to be set up for success. And what he said was we need to go back and look historically at heart rate data in the timing before the downfall, before I start puking, before the GI issues come up. And what was crazy is what I found is that about 2 hours before issues started, so this was at Leadville, this was at CCC, this was Tahoe, I had an elevated heart rate in the 170 plus range for like 20 to 30 minutes at some point, you know, usually above 8,500 feet. And it was almost to the T that 2 hours later, 1.5 to 2 hours later, is when my stomach issues would start. So we took that information and I plugged it into Chat GPT, and what it gave me for the entire profile of Wasatch, aid station to aid station, it took into consideration, you know, what it is calling red zones, so areas above 9,000 feet, you know, and where I needed to keep my heart rate, and all of these different pieces of intel, such as just liquid calories versus solid food. It was unbelievable. So I'm going to run Wasatch strictly by heart rate and following a Chat GPT model, which I thought I would never say. But I'm going to see what happens. I might still fail. I might still DNF and puke my guts out. But that's how I'm going to go into that. And I don't know. If it does work, I'm going to plug every other life issue I have into it and hope for an outcome, because it is very dialed, and I'm super excited to test it out.
I thought that was super interesting because when you did that, it also coincided with Derek Steele putting his 5 miler time in there. Like, he got it to predict his 5 miler time exactly. So I think there's something to it. I think you're going to have... I've got a good feeling about this.
I hope so.
I've got a great feeling about it.
Yeah, Derek, it was spot on, like within a second, right?
It was like, yeah, within like 10 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, that's insane. So if it does go well, I think I told you guys this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug in my Beat Logan Kirby at Rim to River training plan and let ChatGPT spit out like a 6 to 7 week training plan, and I'm going to follow it to a T and just see what happens. Because I'm telling you guys, I think we're onto something here. I think running coaching just might potentially shift to an AI model. if you have a little bit of a baseline of what you're going, you need to do or have been doing, some sort of history, I think there's a lot of value there.
The data doesn't lie. I mean, I think that's wildly intriguing, that it was able to kind of put a correlation together with all of those races that you struggled with. But I think that I have a good feeling about Wasatch too. I mean, if you're able to watch your heart rate pretty closely and then just back off whenever it's starting to elevate in the danger zone at altitude, I think that's pretty, I mean, foolproof. Hopefully. We'll see.
We'll see. It might take me all 36 hours, but hey, they give them to you for a reason. I might as well use them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to counter your Chat GPT coaching with just plugging in your Strava data and asking it to give me exactly the training I need just to incrementally beat you by like a small amount.
I think it would tell you his plan. Like it would
Yeah,
know, it
tell
knows
me
his
Ryan's plan based on the miles he's doing. So
We'll all be training together either way. It won't matter.
What's your heart rate usually going uphill at 10,000 feet, or roughly, like at a normal pace?
Well, I think that's where I get into trouble because the perceived effort is not high, but then looking back at the heart rate data, which I've never taken into consideration ever, like I don't even have that on my screen of my watch. But looking back, I mean, it's skyrocketing for some reason at some point for a somewhat extended period of time. And at that point, my stomach's just shutting down and I'm not knowing it. And I'm continuing to pump in electrolytes, pump in calories, and then it just all backs up and has to go somewhere. So
Something that'd be really interesting.
You should go look at it. I mean, again, all that data is there. It's interesting to really take a deep dive on yourself and see maybe what's causing spikes. So
Yeah, something that I think would be interesting is to see what your core temperature rose to during those climbs, like at that altitude, because I'm sure it skyrocketed as well. Like your heart rate probably pushed it, but like I bet that's what really set your stomach off.
yeah, and I mean, the temperature, ambient temperature at altitude might be 70, but the UV exposure and just 100% exposure, I mean, it feels a lot hotter than it is. So, and then your sweat's evaporating so much faster. Yeah, I just think cooling is obviously, I mean, everybody knows cooling techniques are the key now, but I'll take that much more seriously moving forward.
Yeah, because that's what I noticed at Western, in the high country. Like I didn't really feel like I was that hot, but like it felt like internally I was like about to explode, and I got sick, and then threw up, and like yeah, apparently everybody throws up at Western, but like I didn't feel like in the first 30 miles you should be yakking it up, and that really set my brain off. Like I got super like nervous that I wasn't even going to be able to finish, because if I'm throwing up at mile 24 or whatever, how am I going to be able to last in the hotter parts of the course, which is coming up? And yeah, so I totally understand you there. And it just like I might buy one of those core heat sensors that goes like connects to your watch, and I think you can put on your armband and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really cool data. I'm not sure if if it's necessary, because like I feel like we have a pretty good understanding when we're heat acclimated, but I think it would be cool like to practice in like some like shorter races just to see like the data part of it, and maybe like use AI to discover all of that. But I think it'd be cool. I don't know.
Well, it's definitely different coming from such a humid environment that we all train and live in, and then you get out there and it's just a whole different world. So yeah, I think any data we can take into consideration is a win.
Have you looked at any like supplements or anything like that may help at altitude? Because I know they take stuff like high altitude mountaineers. They take some, maybe it's magnesium or something. I don't think it's magnesium actually, but it's something like that. For that tends to help at altitude. And also like I don't know if it'd be like cheating to take like dextromethazine. I believe it probably would be cheating. I know some people take that. Some people take that in the mountains, and it's not. There's no like rules for the mountains, so like. But I know that helps at altitude. But,
I don't know. I'll have to ask
Dex.
Chat. see what
Dex.
it says.
They'd probably get you for using dextromethazine.
I don't think they're going to worry
That's
about the
definitely
guy
not
in
kosher.
285th place.
Quick break to thank Janji, the official sponsor of the Bargain Boys podcast. We're super excited to have them on board and super thankful for their belief in us. I'm personally a huge fan of the Janji Half Tight. They come full of pockets, so I can keep my pockets full with everything I'm going to need on trail. I've used them for all kinds of races, from the JFK 50 to the Cocodona 250, and they've worked flawlessly in both of those situations. Use code BARGAIN and save yourself 10%. Thanks again to Janji. Back to the show.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. That might be too
I couldn't
much.
live with myself, though.
Yeah, it's true. You know it wasn't real.
Yeah.
I could get on a rant about using oxygen in the mountains now. we
We
could
know how you feel
segue.
about that.
I know we could segue, but let's not do that. I'll start foaming at the mouth. I'll start ranting and raving.
Well, we will segue a little bit. Let's segue into this weekend, what we have planned. Caleb, you want to take this one?
Sure, yeah. So I'm not sure what everybody else's plans are for Saturday because we're still kind of creating them, but we're trying to give Butch a good course preview of the Hurricane 100K course because he's going to be coming up, and you know he's a friend of me. He's one of our dearest friends, but he's also our main competition. So I think I told Logan this, and then you, Ryan, on the run. Like I really want him to be as fully prepared as possible because I want his best shot. And I think if we're both giving each other our best shot, it's going to be a great race. And then there's a ton of other people that are going to be just as good. But you know, I want it to be pretty hardcore. I want us just to be throwing blows at each other the whole time. So we're going to do at least one loop, but probably two. So 20 miles. And he just dropped one on me yesterday that he wants to do it pretty much at race pace. So we're going to be pushing it from the gun at probably 10 a.m., which is going to be pretty hot and humid because he's going to be driving up from Blacksburg, and I have practice until about 9:15. So 10 o'clock will work pretty well. So it should be pretty gnarly. And then Sunday we're going to drive up to the New River Gorge near Fayetteville. I'm not sure where we're going to start because we've had a couple different plans, but I love the point-to-point option because I think that's always fun. But out and back might be more, just might be a better option for everybody involved. I'm assuming we want to do a little bit of the Kmore Trail because that's always a fun one. It's easy to get mileage that way. But I don't know. Do you want to? We could park at either the Thurman side and go that way, or we could park at Long Point or Kmore. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do, I'm down. And yeah, we'll get like 50 miles for the 2 days, so should be a blast. And we got a pretty big group going too, like all of us plus Butch is coming. You say Adam Perry and Todd are coming?
Adam Perry, Todd, I think Ann
That's
Tisdale is going to join, and
Coach
her
Tisdale,
husband.
yeah.
Yeah. I think another person from CTS, another coach.
Well,
I
how
think
many
his
are
name's
there?
Nick DeMarco. Which I met him out of Western States briefly, but I think he's coming, and we're gonna have a huge group. It's gonna be kind of awesome.
Heck yeah, that'll be fun.
It's
The
gonna
more
be
the
great.
merrier for sure.
So you're saying we shouldn't talk about how AI is going to replace all coaches?
I think we should.
That's
We
gonna be a
could get
big
their
topic of
take on it.
conversation.
Maybe they're already using it.
That's true. That's true.
If I was
Maybe
a coach, that's
Jason
how I'd be
Coop is
doing it.
AI.
Yeah, he's the one behind there just plugging everything in.
Yeah.
Dan's
Well,
coach
before
is
we
a real-
jump to the gorge, let's talk about Hurricane 100K. I think there's a lot of excitement starting to build around it. It's, Caleb, it's your next race. Logan, it's potentially your next race. This is a 100K local for us. It's got a $10,000 prize purse. It's 6 10-mile loops. Each loop is roughly 1,000 feet of vert. Huge family atmosphere, a lot of fun. So, Logan, Caleb, and I have done the relay the past 2 years. Won it, by the way, which has been really fun. And but now the band is breaking up, and you guys are going solo. So, what's your plan, Caleb?
Am I freezing a bit, or is Ryan?
I think Ryan is.
I wasn't sure if it was me or him. See, this doesn't happen to Billy Lake. Oh,
Nope.
Are we there? Are we back?
We're back.
You're back.
you
Yeah.
froze a little bit.
Oh, dang it. Sorry. What was the last thing you heard?
It was like the beginning. I think the last thing I heard was it's like got 2,000 feet or 1,000 feet of gain per loop.
All right. Well, Caleb, why don't you break down the Hurricane 100K course? I can cut that part out.
No.
We go.
Yeah. Well, just keep chugging.
So Hurricane 100K. So each loop is about 15. I think it's more like 14 to 1,500 feet.
Yeah, it's
I'm not sure if that's what he said or not, but we'll just go with it.
know.
And they have two different courses. They have what they call the OG course that they ran in 2022, and then in 2023 they did kind of like the opposite direction, where it's a little bit different course. So it's not just the opposite direction, but it does go in that general direction. And the flow, like they call it the flow course, because supposedly it's flowier, but I do think it might be a little bit harder of a course. The OG, it just seems
Stack.
like it's 5 miles up, 5 miles down. So I think that's easier mentally, just because you're working really hard. You get to the 5 mile marker where there's an aid station, and then all of a sudden you have 5 mile downhill. Whereas this course is constantly just up and down, up and down, up and down until like the last mile, and that's all downhill. So it is. I think it's a little bit tougher. It's definitely deceiving, where people will go out faster and then they'll pay for it later on. So I think that's a dynamic that you just have to think about whenever you're planning your race strategy. You want to be on this course probably even keel for the first three, and then you really start pushing the last three, because I think you're going to have a lot of carnage those last few loops. And that's what happened last time back in 2020, I think 3, when they first ran this one. There wasn't as many good competition. Dan and Alex really just pushed each other the whole time. But I feel like we all went out together, because I was the first leg of the relay, and we ran I think we were 76, I think, for that first loop. So an hour and 16 minutes, which is pretty quick for a trail 10-mile loop. We were rolling. It didn't feel that hard. But then later on, they were slowing down to like 96. Like, they slowed down a lot. And part of that's because of humidity and heat and stuff. But, so I think being even keel is going to be the way of the game at this year's Hurricane 100K. But it'll just depend on how everybody goes out and everything.
Well, that was when I ran it, 2023.
Yeah?
That was an interesting course.
That was the birthplace of Jack Bennington's ultra career right there.
Yeah, my first and only 100K.
That's when I met Jack. Yeah, for sure.
I forgot about that. That's right. That's crazy.
Yeah, you guys let me use your tent.
Yeah.
That's
It was
right.
pretty cool, because I didn't even know, like I said, I didn't know you guys at that time. I knew Dan and Alex, and they said we could use one of their tents. And I was texting them that morning. I was like, can you use the tent of yours? I remember Dan let me have a swig of his maple syrup. That was during his maple syrup arc.
That was the arc of the maple syrup.
It was good.
But one thing that's special about the Hurricane 100K too is like the community around it is really, really special. They put so much work into not only the trails but the race itself. We have gourmet bathrooms. It's not just the porta potties. There's like the basically trailer of bathrooms that are high class, just for Matt Young, the race director. They do everything top notch. They have a person ride a bike with a Spider-Man costume to get all the spider webs out of the way, which is ridiculous. You don't need to do that at all. We all run trails. We know the spider webs, but it's nice. You don't have to worry about it. I don't know. They just think of a lot of little things, and especially like for the entertainment in the bowl. During the race, they do a lot of stuff. Like, they have different events planned. They have basically a concert going on with banjos and everything. I don't know. I think they do a good job of making it a really fun event.
That's what I was about to say. They have so many other activities there for family or like if you have kids or something that are there. Like I think last year they had some sort of nature guy. I think he had like snakes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's crazy. I was interested in it. I was like, I'm gonna go over there and take a look.
Yeah, my kids love it. They have an ice cream truck that comes, and it's like unlimited ice cream, unlimited pizza, unlimited everything. And yeah, they have a yoga session. They have the adventure or nature hike, and the dude brought, I think he even had, yeah, I don't want to say it, but didn't he have like a baby alligator?
I think so. Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
see
okay.
that.
I didn't want to sound crazy, but I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool, right? So my kids loved that. But yeah, very, very cool. It doesn't get the attention I think it deserves. I mean, simply the payout alone, it's paying out way more than a lot of these bigger races who don't pay out anything. So
Infinitely
it's
more.
a runner's first race, and I don't know. I think it needs a little bit more love. And if you're too fast, maybe don't show up. Don't make Caleb's life harder. But if you're kind of mid back of the pack, come on out. We'd love to have you in West Virginia. It'd be a lot of fun.
No, it's definitely one of those races. Like it's one of the races to run in West Virginia. Just like, if nothing else, just the community, all the activities, and the vibe there. It's just like a big party.
Yeah, I think, we're all obviously biased because it's 30 minutes down the road and we know the race director and are part of this community. But I think it's truly like even coming cold from the outside, it's got a little bit of everything, and they're going to roll out the red carpet in every way that they can. But at the end of the day, like, money talks, and a $10,000 prize purse is crazy for something that you probably would have done anyway. And so, I think if you win and get the course record this year, what is it, $4,500, which is a crazy payday for, it's for like the men's side at least. It's an 8-hour workday for $4,500. I mean, I think it's a pretty good deal if you're in that category of able to compete with Caleb, so and Butch. So, but you never know what could happen on race day. So I think it's a pretty cool opportunity.
Yeah. Definitely don't come for the views because there are none. There are zero views on the entire course.
Yeah, that's kind of part of it though, right? I mean, it's a little bit of a grind. It's going to look the same. They're nice trails, not bad views, but it's just the same view for a 10-mile loop 6 different times. But that's kind of that's some great. I've gone down the last couple of years when Dan has had pretty outstanding javelina performances. Each year he's followed right before that, and he did Hurricane 100K, which is also a looped course. And I would say it's a lot, obviously it's got a lot less, in the way of views or like motivation in that kind of way. So I think it's a great mental training day, especially for like a javelina or another looped course option.
Yeah, I agree. Like, those 6 loops, especially the last 2, feel really, really rough, and you just it wears on you mentally more than anything. And I think that's perfect for like a race like Javelina, where, yeah, Javelina has 20-mile loops compared to 10-mile loops, but the last 4 or so miles of each loop just feels like a drain, and I think that's key. It's definitely key, because in Javelina, the same thing. Like, the last 8 miles, you're going downhill, but it just seems like it's longer and longer each loop. So, and it's usually hot, so it's a great way to train your stomach, your hydration strategy. Obviously, a lot more humid than Javelina would be, but it's definitely a challenge that I think everybody needs to figure out. And what a better way to figure it out than a race like that, where you have crew every 10 miles. You have every opportunity to figure stuff out. And that's why I've been pushing Logan to sign up, because I think it's a great way to train for your first 100. You have everything kind of controlled, where you have a 10-mile aid station with family where you can try different things and make sure that you're taken care of. But there's also aid stations on the course as well, so it's a great way to figure all this stuff out. That's it. He signed up now. He just did it.
He's sold. He's sold.
He's locked in immediately. I have to agree, though. I think it might. I mean, if you're feeling good, it might be a good option. Good intermediate.
Yeah, I think we're gonna make a game time decision based on my foot. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I think the mental benefit of Perkin 100K is just as much as the physical.
Yeah, you're just in the green tunnel for however long. You come out for a party and then you go back in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great way to put it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a cool race. I need to run it again, but I have a wedding to go that day. Matt Young was upset about it. He was like, "Just don't go."
Yeah, just
Like,
skip
I
the
have
wedding,
to.
Jack.
I'm a groomsman. That would be crazy. Crazy technique. Bail on the wedding for the 100.
I think I did see you share something about a beer mile the night before.
Yes, I'm down for
The
that.
the truth actually comes out then, Jack. You don't have a wedding.
There's no wedding. He's just going to be recovering from the beer mile.
The night before. Oh, okay. Is that Friday? I didn't
Yeah.
look at the actual day. We're doing it easily. No, I'm actually probably gonna die. I've never done a beer mile. I'm not a huge drinker like that, so I think anyone who's like a pro boozer could beat me, even if they're not a good runner.
You either got to be a really good runner or a really good drinker.
Exactly.
It's very
And I'm
hard to be
neither.
good at both.
And I'm neither, so I'm cooked. Isaac usually wins, doesn't he?
I think
Who?
I think he's like a closet great beer miler. Yeah, I think he's.
I
don't
think there's
he brags about it, but I think he shows up and everybody's like, "Oh man, Isaac's here. This one's over."
Isaac's just got that will.
yeah, I think there's a few sleepers in Huntington that you would never expect that kind of show up and always run like a 5-minute mile.
I'm getting my roommate to pull up. Who's not a runner.
I feel like Alex Miner should be really good at it, but I also think that he drinks way too much beforehand and then starts throwing up like halfway.
He pre-games the beer mile.
Yeah, because I've definitely watched that happen before, like the couple of times I've gone.
I've been wanting to go for years. I'm excited to see the spectacle.
Yeah, it's not usually the beer mile that gets you. It's the beer warm up, the beer cool down, the beer relay.
The beer
Yeah.
relay, of course. Of course.
I remember
No doubt.
Dan's first Canal Trace 50K. He did the beer mile the night before, and he was not okay on that Saturday. He was still wearing his like I Love Cigarette T-shirt or something, and he still smelled like straight bar trash. I don't know. And yeah, he almost didn't make it to the start line because he didn't know where the start was. And
The
but he
start's
finished.
weird.
He got like second or third. I mean, still pretty good.
He had an I Love Cigarette shirt on.
It is something like that. Yeah, it definitely had cigarettes on it, which is cool.
He's got to donate that to Logan.
If I do Hurricane 100K, I've got to get that shirt.
Yeah.
Logan, I have someone I know has a shirt that says, "Whatever, don't give me a cigarette, no matter how many times I ask," or something. Do not give me a cigarette. You can get one of those puppies. Cut it
Yes.
off. Just pure cotton.
Pure cotton.
Get a little moth tag going. Cut some holes in it. A friend of mine actually did just have a cotton shirt, an old cotton shirt, and he just cut holes in it like moth tag. And I'm not talking like you did, Caleb. I'm talking like actual like precise little cuts.
What are you talking about? Mine's precise.
Yours
Yours
are
is
they're
laser
big. They're big cuts. They're slashes, which is more efficient for ventilation.
It's
But
true.
my buddy, he was like, "I'm not paying no $150. I ain't paying that." He just cut the holes in it.
Smart man.
It seems to work. I
Smart
know,
man,
it really is
yeah.
smart.
Exactly.
And then he went ahead and bought one anyways. This is Jackson. You guys don't know him. I don't think. Well, you two have met him at Run Club.
Well, y'all, I think we're starting to get into rambling mode. Any last thoughts?
No, I guess just super excited for this weekend. It's going to be a ton of fun. 30 miles in the gorge with the boys and a lot of other folks. So excited for that. And yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to this week for sure.
It's going to be a great time.
It's been
Hopefully
awesome
it's not too
time.
hot.
Yeah, I think August and September are going to be fun months for end of August, definitely September for running and hopefully content. So I'm excited for that.
Big
Yeah,
things
let's-
coming.
I guess before we close, like, can we discuss like some of the content we're gonna be creating here soon, or?
Yeah, for sure. So definitely going to do a piece on this gorge run Sunday. Just showcase the area. It's going to be a ton of fun. It's something that I think we're all excited to kind of get out there and push out to anybody who's willing to watch. We're going to do some run reviews. So we're going to get with Caleb before Hurricane, get some kind of like last minute run thoughts. Same with Logan. Probably do one on me for Wasatch as well. And from the podcast perspective, we are going to try and reschedule with Dan and pick his brain on what's been happening at Solomon Camp and just his first European experience and race plans and how he's feeling. So more to come on that for sure.
How much French he's learned so far.
He's probably fluent, or at least he'll have a
Nice.
slight accent. Nothing like an Appalachian French accent.
Yeah,
Be
and
interesting.
I've been putting some miles on the on John G's new Revy pack, and I'm pretty excited about it. We're gonna do hopefully a little bit of an overview of it soon, but it's a good one. I very much enjoy commuting. It's definitely takes a little bit more planning ahead of time, just on what am I wearing the next day and all that. But it's kind of a game changer for a commuting option, so I'm excited for that piece as well.
You did that yesterday, didn't you?
I'm doing it today. I have a doctor's appointment across the river. I'm running to it, doing the bridge to bridge loop, and then back to the office. So I'm pretty stoked on that.
That's wild, dude.
If I don't die on the Proctorville Bridge. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah, bridge to bridge is it's something.
it's been several years since I've done it, so we're gonna see.
I did it this past spring with the girls, and like that bridge just terrifies me. Like, you're 2 feet from getting hit by a car and 2 feet from falling off the bridge, and you just got to like lock in your lane and just run with your head down because it's terrifying.
Yeah.
We'll be praying for you, Logan. Godspeed.
Yeah.
Wait, I missed
Thank
that.
you.
Are you talking about the Ohio route? Are you talking
Oh
about?
yeah,
Bridge to bridge. Yep.
God, I've never ran that. I don't want to.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Too
Well,
sketchy
you-
for me.
You can do it, but when there's not a lot of cars, like, I don't know, Saturday morning, Sunday morning, it's not that bad. But
The Harvey Lewis like road ID thing where you have like a name tag on your watch or something keeps popping up on my Instagram, and I'm like, man, I hope this isn't a precursor to my Proctorville Bridge experience.
Name tag on your. It's just a
It's
dog
like if you
tag.
get it's the concept is like if you get hit, somebody knows who to call.
Yeah, they can identify you.
So,
Identify the body.
yeah,
That's crazy.
so hopefully, yeah.
We'll be like, does he have massive calves and a tons of John G gear on? And they'll be like, yes. And we'll be like, that's Logan.
that's what
That's it. We already know.
We can tell Logan by the calves anywhere.
Listen, I said this the other day. This is also rambling, sort of, but Logan looks best, the best anyone I've ever seen in John G shorts.
Oh yeah.
They fit him like a glove.
I don't know. I mean, they do. They're top notch. I've been wearing them for a while, so
But
I
still,
don't know
that's why
about
Ryan
that.
takes videos of your legs when we're running, like
Yeah.
the hill workout. There was just there's a solid section,
That's
just
right.
the legs.
It's too
Because they
good to
fit you
pass
so
up,
well.
man. It's too good.
Yeah, but we need John G. Mike just to do a photo shoot with Logan, because people buy it instantly.
Well, when we do this Revy Pack shoot, they're going to get all of that.
That's so true. They're gonna see what we're talking about.
Also, I just want to make it known that we all have the half tights now, so we need to have a half tight run.
I'll
Yes.
say the new line half tight is phenomenal.
Yeah,
I'm usually a line guy, the non-lined half tights usually chafe me. The Jonjies don't, but every other one does. But the lined ones are pretty sick. That little extra support,
A little more coverage. Good for
just
everybody.
a little more coverage,
Yeah.
just a tad. But I've been impressed. Those are sick. I've really converted to half tights. Jonji converted me to half tights.
They're good
Before
for
I wasn't a
everything.
believer. I wasn't a believer.
Caleb's next. I'm a half tights in the winter, spring, fall kind of guy, but I struggle to get away from shorts in the summer.
Yeah, they just make my legs look so small because they're really small. But like, I don't know. I just feel self-conscious that everybody's like, "Wow, look at that really skinny kid." Like, I don't know. They probably don't think that at all. They probably just try not to hit me with a car or something. But
They probably just think you run 120 miles a week, which you do.
yeah, jokes on them. I only run 100, so.
Only 100. Just a little hundo.
But no, they do feel really good though, and I think for like races, I think it's a go-to because you don't chafe as much, and that's a big deal.
That is one thing. If you're going to be cooling and getting just water dumped on you, that's half tights are a must. Kind of in my opinion, but
Plus, like with the lined, the shrinkage issue, you can't really tell as much, so that's good.
Shrinkage issue.
Priorities, Caleb.
It's a
Priorities.
problem for me. I don't know about everybody else, but
All right,
Totally an
boys. I
issue.
think
that's a good
where
place
we,
to wrap it up, I think.
we wrap up episode 6. Thank you guys for being on here. Thanks to everybody that may or may not listen to this. So,
Thanks, y'all.
we are going to work to reschedule Dan, and so we'll have to do at least one more virtual, but we're also going to probably do episode 7 next weekend up at the Gorge. So, tune in for that.
oh heck yeah.
You're gonna have lots of good visitors on that one.
That's right.
Lots
All
of
right,
guests.
guys. We'll see you.
Later.
See y'all.